Hi everyone, greetings from National Skills Network. Uh, as you may have watched few of our videos by now, which are focusing on TITP, that is the Technical Internship Training Program between India and Japan. It's a part of the Indo-Japanese collaboration, helping many Indian youth get get jobs in Japan, build a career in Japan with a little bit of Japanese language proficiency and technical skills. Their life is going to change and it has a huge positive impact as well. Uh, in this series of conversations, today we have someone from Orion Sashi Pvt Ltd, and that's the director, Ms. Prerna Joshi. So welcome to this talk, Ms. Prerna, and we would like to hear from you more about your company, that's Orion Sashi Pvt Ltd, and the role it's playing as a sending organization for the TITP program, and how you work closely with NSDC to implement the process itself of sending these technical interns to Japan.
Thank you so much for giving us this platform, Madhuri, where we can actually connect with the candidates and we get the opportunity to let them know what Orion Sashi is about. So, as still in India, as we know, that since 2017, TITP program has been initiated by the government of India and government of Japan, and then we were one of the organization that got authorized by NSDC. All right, and we became a sending organization, and we closely work with NSDC, as NSDC plays a major role in our work, as we have to send every month the sheet with all monitoring is done by NSDC, the data of the candidates whom we are training, how what activities we are doing. They also arrange workshops for us, so that it helps us to know more about the clientele in Japan. There has been a conference also in the year of 2019 that was arranged by NSDC, where many of the ascending organizations participated. We got an opportunity to interact with the supervising organizations, well known as SBOs. So, in this project, mainly two parties are very important to play. One is sending organization from India that is governed by NSDC, and another party is SBO that is governed by JITCO. So we are the supplier for the interns, and SBOs are the people who come with a demand. As we have in India chambers of commerce, similarly over there they have the clusters for each industry who work closely with it, and they give us a demand. According to demand, we arrange candidates, we train them, and then we send them to Japan. But as you can, as the word TITP sounds, short and scripts, but in actual terms, the project is a bit time taking, because Japan is very particular about anything you do. They are very particular about their culture. They are very particular about punctuality. They are very particular about time. So they want to take the right candidate. They don't believe in taking bulk candidates. They believe in quality of the candidate. So this is why the most important quality that you look for in a candidate is of patience. So this, they really look, and this is why the documentation process that we have, it takes, even in the language learning, from the time of learning that language, in all the languages across the countries, Japanese is one of the toughest language. But whoever learns this language is very much sure they are going to make a future for sure, be it India or be it Japan. So this language really helps them to become a better person, as well as a better standard of living. And We have people in Japan, we have our consortium partner in Japan who
Mm.
also does the business development. And even we have got one of our directors completely based in Japan who is completely looking towards the bringing of clients from Japan, arranging interviews, having regular interactions. Then we are also having trainings in which we provide guest lectures from the Japanese itself, Japanese native, so that the candidates get an exposure to what kind of life they're going to have.
Mhm.
And when their documents are submitted for immigration, it takes 6 to 7 months for them. The company wants them to be patient and wait.
Okay.
So the best candidate who have the patience and waits get the opportunity to work in Japan.
Okay.
And after that, I have never seen anybody coming back. Like the kind of lifestyle that they get over there, the standard of living, the quality of life is really good. And many of the candidates also enhances their language and they upgrade themselves also over there. And
Oh,
right now there is also an opportunity of SSW. So after TITP, they can always an opportunity to go ahead with that also.
yeah.
So a lot of opportunities are coming for the candidates in India. And last time when I went, I had a meeting with JITCO, and they have informed us that every year they have an opening of more than 7.5 lakhs candidates
Okay.
for different sectors, mostly construction, automotive, agriculture, care worker.
Hmm.
Because that country is completely based on technologies.
Yeah.
But the jobs that actually need manpower, like caring, care worker, you need a human being over there
Yes.
to
Hmm.
do it. And with all these openings, the most important factor is language.
Hmm.
Language proficiency is very, very important. If a candidate is minimum N4 pass,
Okay.
he or she is eligible in their respective skill to get a internship or job in Japan,
Hmm.
but they have to follow the entire process of TITP. It takes usually in training of N5 and N4 for say 6 to 8 months,
Hmm.
and then it takes 6 to 7 months for documentation
Okay.
once they get their employment contract.
Okay.
So I really wish more and more candidates get aware of it, and we can help these candidates as the salary also that they get over there compared to India. It is always 5 times more than
Hmm.
what the salary a person will get for the same trade in India.
In India.
So I
Hmm.
really wish all the best to all the candidates, and I'm really thankful to you for arranging this interview so that it helps more candidates to know about it.
Yeah, so now that you have told us a bit about the process and how it is kind of quite strict and highly, monitored also because of the two countries involved, what are some of the industry sectors where Orion is, sending these candidates? Are there any particular? Because you already mentioned four industry sectors. So is there like a greater demand for, let's say, healthcare or, I mean, home care or any of these things?
Healthcare is a sector where they have demand every year in large numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened in India for healthcare, particularly, healthcare is a certain sector where there is a demand from all over the world. So
Hmm.
this is why what happened that people do get carried away with something which is easier.
Hmm.
Okay, like if you talk about other countries like Ireland or any English speaking countries, so candidates prefer to learn English as it is a bit simpler language than
Hmm.
Japanese. So over there, the crowd is moved more. But yes, definitely the requirements are high in care worker. But due to COVID, at the moment we can see there is a huge requirement in construction
Oh.
and automotive too.
Hmm.
And the new top most upcoming sectors in which we are focusing for the future for 23-24 is hospitality and agriculture.
Okay. Okay, so these could be some new sectors like
Yes.
hospitality and others. Yeah, so and you also just told us that these candidates who are interested will undergo language training, plus there would be a process for documentation. So would you say that this takes about a year, the training plus the documentation for a candidate to
Yes.
be
Yes.
placed in Japan, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
like time is a factor, and this is why the clients in Japan, the SBOs, the IOs, implementing organizations, they look for a candidate because Japanese culture is all about patience.
Mm-hmm.
They are very much cultured and they are very much humble, kind, polite, soft spoken. So they want somebody who can match up to their culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For that, most important is patience.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this is why this is a time taking process.
Okay. So already you're getting ingrained and you're getting trained into the cultural system of Japan. That's nice to hear. And also you mentioned about the supervising organization. So maybe you can tell us a bit more about it. I'm asking you this specifically because in the backdrop of NSDC floating this requirement like for organizations to become sending organizations, there was an RFP recently which was shared. It would be nice to hear from you about what is the role of a supervisory organization. Let's say somebody wants to become a sending organization. Does it mean that this company or this organization has to have an equivalent or another party there which is playing the role of a supervisory organization, or how does this relationship work?
Not exactly. To become a sending organization, you do not need to have somebody known as a supervising organization. But yes, to become a sending organization, you need to have a consortium or your presence in Japan
Okay.
of your company.
Hmm.
And once you have become a sending organization, the second task that you get is to look for demand, because ultimately you need to have candidates, interns whom you are going to send to
Yeah.
Japan.
Hmm.
So for that you have to have a team in Japan or in India who is going to bring the demands
Right.
from these supervising organizations, and they are kind of, you can say, as they are monitored by JITCO, so
Hmm.
they take care of the documentation process.
Mhm.
Once the document is sent from our end, from the SO to the SVO, then it is from the SVO's end. They take those documents to the immigration, OTIT, and they get the relevant approvals. So
Hmm.
they take care of the Japan side. We
Okay.
take care of the India side.
Indian.
So
Mhm.
this is how we work. Yeah.
Now that you told us about the process and the scope for candidates to take up these jobs in Japan through this internship, how has been the impact, Prerna, in terms of the positive impact which you see that has been created on the candidates? What kind of candidates are coming forward for these programs? And maybe you can share few insights on this so that everybody gets to know that this has been the positive impact back in India, or the scope for these people to go back or extend their stay in Japan. How does it work?
If you notice on the trades,
Hmm.
all right, and the job roles, these are the job roles which belong to the blue collar, especially,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So it definitely has an impact on most of our population in India, all right, because if somebody who is just say 12 pass,
Yeah.
okay, and after 12 pass, naturally, basically in India, what happened? A person doesn't know what is the next step.
Yeah.
They are always only in this confusion whether we have to select commerce or whether we have to select science. They just don't know this much also that time.
Right.
Over here, in this era, these candidates are getting this opportunity, which at our time we did not have. For us, going to any country was like a dream. But right now, there are people, there are organizations who are going to help you to make your dream come true.
Yeah.
So over here, the candidates get the counseling. Which sector from class 12, what we start doing? We start doing the drives so that we understand who has the potential and whose interest area is in which sector. We start the counseling of them. According to that, we help them to choose their course in the future, whether they should do ANM or GNM, whether if the candidate is interested in say a construction, so whether they should go for an ITI course. So this is how they know that they are working towards the job that they are going to do. Because in India there is a thing, people have studied something
Yeah.
but eventually working in something else.
Yeah.
So
Right.
in this help them, their years are not getting wasted. And the best thing is the eligibility criteria is also from age 18 to 28.
Okay.
So that is a very good age bracket, gets the opportunity.
Yeah. That's
So this is how it is having definitely a positive impact not only on the candidates but also of the economy.
yeah. Yeah, so I think this should be attracting more students if they are watching this conversation to see how, they can also match their interest, like you said, and also address the demand of the industry in Japan. So besides these points that you shared, Prerna, is there anything else you wish to share with us?
All I would want that it is a very good opportunity, and it is a very good platform where there are people who are going to take care of your needs. So I think that it is very important that people get awareness about the same. So I wish all the best to the team of NSN, that they are doing a good job.
Thank you.
So I wish luck that it together we can do something, and we can bring a change.
Thank you. Thank you, Prerna. Thank you for telling us so much about TITP program and sharing your insights and experience. Thank you. And we look forward to be in touch with you. And if possible, feature a couple of stories of students who have been there through NSN. That would be great. Thank you. Bye.